This is a short video overview of the GPX file utility I wrote to help me to edit track files created by OpenCPN or other navigation software packages. Occasionally I'll get anomalies on the GPX positions recorded in those track files, and if I want to use it for any purpose, I need to correct those erroneous records. So in this case, I've started the file utility, and it comes up. I've selected the folder where I keep my GPX files that I want to edit. In this case, I've selected a GPX file that was recorded on a trip from Belhaven, North Carolina, to the anchorage in Cedar Creek, just off the ICW. So you look down here on the contents. Basically, there are no waypoints and routes, just tracks in this GPX file. Click on that. I see here's the track segment 0. I activate that, and here's a table with all of the track records, the position records that were recorded in that GPX file. I've also calculated out course and speed distances between each track points. But what I want to do is I know I've got an error in here. I want to go find it. So the simplest way to do it is to plot all these. And so I can see graphically, here's Belhaven up here, here's Cedar Creek down at the bottom. And all of a sudden right there towards the end, there's this blip where all of a sudden the position goes directly north, back up above Belhaven and back down. So that's clearly an anomaly, and there must have been some error in the generation or recording of GPS positions while it was underway. So now I want to go back and find that. The simplest way to do it is just page down through this track record until I see something that's out of bounds, and here I see it. All of a sudden you can see we're going along at a little over 6 knots, and all of a sudden I jump up to 2,000 knots and then 112,000 knots to get between the next position. So clearly something's wrong over here. And if I look over here on the track records, here the latitude is 35 degrees north at 3.5 minutes. Then all of a sudden it jumps up to 34.8. And then in the next record, it jumps right back down to 35, 3.5. So this record is probably the anomaly that I need to correct or eliminate. I can click the edit button and allow me to go ahead and edit the button, but I don't see any value in that. We'll just eliminate it. So I hit the delete button, and that eliminates that record. I can go back to plot, and all of a sudden, now I have a nice clean plot. So what I want to do is I want to save those changes, close out the record, and now I've edited the contents of this file, but I haven't really saved the file. So to do that, I need to export it. So I've checked on the export to GPX so I can create another GPX file. Click the export button, and here's the form. And I think I don't want to put it back to the same one, so I'll just add just modify that file name to something so it doesn't overwrite what I had before. And I click the export to GPX, and the export process starts, and now it's completed. So I've created this new GPX file. Close that out. Now, if I wanted to generate it in a different format, I have the choice of using a comma-separated file, which some chart plotting or other software utilities require, or I can do it to a KML file. I think I'll do that because I may want to plot this up in Google Earth. So I clicked on the export to KML, and now I click the export button. And it says now it's going to generate a KML file with the same name of the original GPX file. I say, okay, let's export it. And I've already created a KML file by that name, but yeah, I want to override it. And that's done. So that's a quick overview of my GPXFileUtility program that I use to try to correct minor errors in the GPX files, track files that I've created from various passages on my boat.